Hi y'all, here I am again. I thought I'd put up a little continuation of the last video I made where I was making this envelope waterfall journal. The waterfall inside the back cover and inside the front cover, and the pages being made out of envelopes. So I went through, since the last video, I went through and I distressed the edges, aged them using Distress Oxide Vintage Photo. I like that stuff. That's pretty cool stuff. Okay, and then, like I said in my last video, I thought that I might go ahead and make this for a friend who is going to travel to Italy. Actually, she's my Avon lady. She's going to go to Italy at the end of September. So I thought, well, I'm going to make her a little album. So I'm going to use this paper. It's called the World Traveler Stack by Die Cuts with a View. And this, I don't remember where I got it. I just know that I've had it like forever and ever and ever. And there's some really cool pictures, good images in this stack, and there's also a lot of cutouts that I can use as embellishments. So I'm going to use that basically for to cover my envelopes and pages, my envelopes, pages, and my flip flaps, whatever. Then I went on to Pinterest, and I found quite a few images that have to do with Italy. The Colosseum is there, and the Leaning Tower of Pisa is there, and which I have the names of all of these things, but I have to look back on my computer where I saved the pictures to see what these are each. But I decided I'm going to use these throughout the journal to make it Italy-ish. Italy-ish, you know what that is, Italy-ish. Okay, so these are some of the pages that I have picked out of the collection that I'm going to use here and there in the journal. They all have a little bit something to do with traveling. I love the bicycle. I love this here ship, sailing vessel with all the sails. That's so pretty. And then here, this corner of it is, so because I'll only use parts of these pages because of the size of the journal. There's a teacup. Love that. It's just going to be really, really awesome. That's his travel log up there. Here's a bunch of postage from around the world. And that'll be nice. So those are the pages that I've kind of pulled out. And here again is another page full of cutouts, different things around the world, having a good time, souvenir, our trip, having fun, another day in paradise, some nice things. So that's what I'm going to do on the inside pages. Now here, to make the cover, I went ahead and cut out some images. Now I couldn't decide on what I wanted on the front. And I come across this. It's a trip checklist, and it shows like map, itinerary, luggage, tickets, games, camera, passport, snacks, and money. And it's like a checklist. So I thought that's pretty cool. And I want that to be on the front. But then it kind of looked boring, but then see, I wanted this on the front too. That said, enjoy the journey, but it was really too wider than I wanted. So I figured I'm going to put that on here sideways. I matted them with black so they have like the black frame around, because I do like that. I think that looks pretty awesome. And then the back cover is going to be this piece. There's a piece of luggage there. I did the same way. I cut it out and I put the black behind it. Put the black behind it. Okay. So I'm going to now glue those on there. First, though, I cut a piece of black. I thought just to give this, the way I did that binding on there, I don't know if it needs more stability, but I thought that maybe it would. So I went ahead and cut that, and I'm gonna, just a minute, hold your horses. Oh, now where to put it? Oh, there it is. I'm gonna open up this. I have to open up a new. This is Elizabeth Craft Designs double-sided tape. And I find that it works pretty good. I don't know if it's the best or the worst, but I find that it works pretty good myself. I've never had any problems with that. So I'm going to put that double-sided tape on there. And, okay, now I need a musical interlude, because where did I put my scissors? Well, here's a pair. These aren't my very bestest ones, but yeah, good enough. And then I'm going to I'll put that other strip on there too, so it's completely covered. Boy, I have trouble with tape. I don't know why, but I do because I do. That's all that I know about diet. That's all I know about diet. Okay, so there we go. And then this is, I'm going to burnish that. I'm using this here. This is a Martha Stewart bone folder. Martha Stewart has a very sharp edge and here, and a very, it's very pointy. Where some, I don't know what the reason for that is, because some bone folders aren't real pointy like that, but that one is. So, I just thought I'd throw that in there, that it's pointy. Okay, and so I'm going to just put that very comfortably on that spine. It's not actually on the edge of the book, just on the spine. And I'm putting that on there just a little, just for giggles. You know how they say something about giggles. Cookies and giggles, something like that. Oh, you know what? I need that a little bit too longish. So I'm going to cut the end off of that, because I made it a little too longish. I made it as long as the book is, but I don't really need all that. So I just cut that off there like that. Just makes it. Ew, something fell behind my table. Darn it, I keep dropping stuff back there. There we go. Now, yeah, this is the front of the book. Okay, so I'm going to first put on the front. I made a little bit of about a ½ an inch that's going to go over, about a ½ an inch overage there. And I'm going to put my glue. I'm using Eileen's Tacky Glue on this. It's because that one was the one that was right there. And it's got pretty good adhesion. Is that the word? Adhesion? It's got some pretty good oh, I didn't need, oh yeah, it's okay. It's there. And I'm going to put that here. Whoopsie daisies. Put that like right here. And it still has like a little bit, about a 3/4 of an 1/8 of an inch that you see of the brown of the craft color. Okay, and then this piece I cut to go on the side, and I did the edge of that with this here punch. That's a Martha Stewart too, edge punch. I like that one. I like this one. It's a simple edge, but I put, whenever you use that though, you got to figure you're going to lose about almost a half an inch off the edge of your paper when you use that one. So, yeah, but that's okay. It's all good. And it's going to sit right here. So that finishes that front off very nicely. And so, and I'm going to use old Eileen here with her old tackiness. And I'm going to put that on there, and then enjoy the journey. I think my Avon lady's going to like this. She'll be very surprised, because I didn't tell her I'm going to make it. I never tell anybody I'm going to make them something, because just in case I don't get it finished. Because sometimes I don't get things finished, and then, life just kind of goes to hell in a handbasket. If I tell somebody I'm going to do something, then I feel pressured. If I don't tell anybody I'm doing it, then I just do it, and then I don't feel pressured. And then if I don't get it finished, then it's all okay. Because you never know. I might take too many naps, and then it doesn't get finished. Okay, so that's the front now, and then the back is going to be like this. So now I will put Miss Eileen here and me are going to get together, and we're going to glue this piece on. And we're going to get that glued on nicely, and on that one too, I just got about a half an inch, or not even, folded over. Wait a minute, do I got this on backwards? This could not be. This would be the end of the world if I had to, wait a minute. Oh no, that's good. No, sorry, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, don't get all panicky. Don't get all panicky, because it's not the end of the world. It would have been if that was the wrong way. Okay, now I got that on there, and get that back down there, and get that back down there. See, now that looks kind of glumpy down there, doesn't it? Now here, wait a minute, what did I do? Oh yeah, this was, oh, you know what I was going to do, and I didn't. But it's the back, so it's no big deal. I was going to go through that and punch that too, but it's the back, so no crying over spilt milk or whatever that. I won't cry over that. I'll put it just like that and pretend that's the way I wanted it to be from the get-go. And so I'm just using glue on this one, and so then this is going to go there on that edge too, just right there like that. So now, see, you can use just one layer of paper to make a cover, but I used the two separate pieces, and it kind of makes it a little bit more flashy. That's the word, flashy. Now I have this piece. See, I had first cut this piece out, and then I embossed it and stuff, but then I didn't like it anymore. I didn't like it. I quit liking it. So then I cut this one, and you know what? I'm looking at that now, and it's giving me a headache. It's not fitting just right, so I am going to take my handy dandy. Now, see, when I said that was sharp, I don't always use that for this too much, because it cuts the paper. It's like too sharp, so you got to be careful of that. So I want to get my I want to get my score mark a little bit wider here. So I'm going, I want to, now I like the Martha. No, Martha. I like the Martha Stewart scoreboard just a little bit better, and the only reason for that is because it's got more of these grooves. Now, I don't know if maybe the score head might have changed and added more lines. I don't know that for sure, but oh, why is that giving me a hard time? Okay, let's see. I'm trying to make that just a tad wider, but that's getting really, really close to my little holes. So I'm doing the best I can with what I got. But one day I think I'm going to look at the Martha Stewart. I wonder if it's just a tad longer. This one's, what, 7 inches? I got the big one, though, so I shouldn't complain. Yeah, I need to quit complaining. I'm just a complainaholic. So anyway, I should be happy with what I have. And I am. So just forget that complaint. Okay, so now, yeah, I need that just a little bit wider in the spinage area because it was just a little bit too tight for my happiness. And you know, when Mama's happy, everybody's happy. If Mama ain't happy, look out. Okay, so, you know, that is seeming too tight. That is because I want this to cover this whole edge, and it's seeming too tight. I wonder if you know what I think I'm going to do, fans? I think I'm going to cut another one because if this is too narrow. You know, I think I have it all together, and then I don't. But anyway, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to, oh, I wonder, wait a minute, I just got another idea. I just had another idea. Okay, what if I just cut this whole bloomin' thing right down the middle? If I cut this bloomin' thing, wait a minute now, where's the middle? That would be the middle there. And this would be the middle. Okay, so what if, I can't hurt anything cutting it down the middle, because I don't like it as it is, because it's too little. Oh, wait a minute, let me get that just right here and right here as I'm cutting it. Trying to get it in here in this cutter. This here cutter is a Fiskars, I think, because it's orange. Padump. Yeah, that's the middle. Close enough. Is this a Fiskars? Yeah, it is. Fiskars. It folds in half. That's kind of neat. But I just got it plopped here in front of me for right now. Well, that's not exactly in half, but, you know, close enough. So what if I were to put this piece on here? What if I was to put this piece on here? What if I did that? You know, because there's no instructions for this, so that means I can do anything I want, because there's no instructions. So if I put this on here, that's what I'm going to do. You know what? When you do something without any instructions, you can do anything you want. You can do anything you want because there's no instructions. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm putting this on here, and I'm putting this on the edge like this. Okay, now there we go on the edge. I like that. See, doesn't that make it look like fancy? I think that looks fancy. And then I'll take the other side where I cut it half in two, if I can pick it up with these little chubby fingers. And And, let me see. I'm gluing. You know how I am with gluing and talking at the same time. Gets me all nuts. Okay. But that's okay. It makes me just like the rest of the family, just as nuts. Okay, so then I got that on that side. Now, yeah, you're probably thinking I'm weird right here. But okay, see, now it's got that gap down the middle. But you know what's the truth about that? What's the truth about that now is I can put a strip of something right down the back here, and it will dress that up even more. So there we go. Now, we have, let me make sure that's gonna, yeah, that's gonna be fine. Is that gonna be fine? Does that not want to open now? What's all that about? Maybe, okay, I don't know what's happening here, but for some reason, I'm getting some tightness here. Why is that? Okay, I don't know. So I'm going to pull that loose, but I'm not going to unglue it from there because that's staying there. And I don't care if it hair lips a goat. I'm going to leave it right there. And then, maybe it was this extra piece. I'm pulling that off. I'm pulling that off. Whatever that was for. I don't even remember. I thought I was giving it more stability, but it's not. I'm pulling that off. I think I got too much stuff. Oh, that's the one I taped. Okay, I pulled that off. So pretend I didn't tape that on there. Because now I'm going to just leave that on there. Now let's see what happens when I open it. Why does that one do that? I didn't think it did that before. No, it didn't, because I didn't have this glumpy stuff here. Boy, that's got to go back to the drawing board. Right there. That glumpy. See, there's my spine now as it originally was. And then, you know what I'm going to do now, ladies and gentlemen? I'm cutting this piece right here. I'm cutting this piece off. So, because I don't want to cut off that fanciness, I'm going to leave that on there. Because I don't think I can have anything stuck to that. So don't follow my instructions on this, because as you can see, they're not good. Now some of them are good, but this thing on the back, no, not good. Okay, so I'm going to have to give that some more thought as to what I'm going to do. But now I still have this front and the back how I want that. I want them to be like that. But to cover up this spine, I'm not sure. Now it opens again right, see? So I can't have anything there. You know what I might end up doing is just sand down these edges of the front and the back to make them like aged looking and shabby. And then I might paint in here. I might just paint something in here that might give it, yeah, I might do that. Yeah, I might do some, yeah, I'm going to bring that one back to the drawing board and sleep on it and stuff. But I still like it, what's going on here. Okay, now then the next thing what we must do is we must throw that in the garbage. Okay, move this, move this, move this, move this. Now, the inside of this here This is the envelope, which the envelope is a 7 1/4 inch by, okay, the part that is showing, that's what I need. The part that is showing is 4 3/4. So 4 3/4 by 7 1/4. So I'm going to cut a piece of paper 4 1/2 by 6 3/4. Okay, so I'm going to take a piece of this and I'm going to cut it to what I just said. 4, here I go again. I'm going to cut it 4 1/2 this way because the width is going to be 4 1/2. Why is that one? Oh, go under there. Oh, you know why it won't go under there? Because I got to cut that little edge off. It's too wide. I got to cut that big gummit. I need to get this thing out of my way too. Okay, now we're cooking on gas. Okay, now, there we go. Now, geez, I need Jeffrey here to help me remember stuff. Now I said I need to cut this at 4 1/2, but I better measure it again. My memory's getting horrible. Yeah, 4 1/2. That's what I'm going to cut that at. 4 1/2, which will be right here on this measuring apparatus. 4 1/2 by, oh look, and then it leaves just enough on that side too. 4 1/2 by, and then I'm going to go up here and measure this one again, and that's 7 1/4. I'm going to cut that. I'm going to cut that at 7. I think I might have to cut a little bit more off, but I'm going to cut that at 7. 7. There, and now, yeah, that's pretty snazzy. And so then, that is what I'm going to put on this side of this envelope. And so, then Miss Eileen is Tacky Eileen is going to come over and help me with this. Alright, and then I'm going to just put that over here on this. And I'm going to just center that in there. And there's old George Washington right there. That's old George, and then it says Aloha over there, Japan, France, Arc de Trumpet, or something like that. I'm not a world traveler, so I don't know these places. Alright, see that? That looks pretty awesome. Okay, now if I cut this, now this one, let me see. This one I'm going to cut, that at 3 1/2 by 3 1/2 by 7. 3 1/2 by 7. 3 1/2 by 7. This isn't going to be a very long video because I feel like I'm just doing a lousy job. But I just thought, just for, giggles and whatevers. Okay, why am I putting that on there? Why am I putting it on there? All I have to do is measure, is cut it at 7. Let me put it down here. 7. Now what's them dogs barking at? Oh gosh, Grandma told him to shut up. I can't believe you talk so rude to my dogs. Okay, that's going to be right there at 7. That's going to be good. That's going to be good. Hey, if it doesn't turn out good, I just won't give it to her. I just won't give it to her. I'll probably give it to her. Center that right in there. Oh, good. It's already. I've only been on here 30 minutes. Okay, so I probably won't stay much longer because of the reason is because I could be here from now till doomsday. Now, I want to show you here what I'm going to do on the. See, that's pretty cool. Just on that, you know, it kind of is kind of nice. And then on these pages, well, let me show you what I'm going to do here. Now, I'm going to show you an idea that I'm going to do with this piece down here. I need to get a piece that's kind of plain. I think I had something over here that was kind of plainish. Just a minute, let's see, what was this? Yeah, this is kind of plainish. And so, yeah, this is kind of plainish. So I want this to be about, alright, let's see. I think I'm going to make this to be about 3 inches. Okay, about 3 inches. And this is what I'm going to do with this. I want a magnet closure for my waterfall, like a magnet closure. So, and normally when I do a magnet type of closure on something, I put that there before I actually put the waterfall thing down. This time, before I put these pages down, I usually put a strip of paper or a strip of ribbon or something. A ribbon would tie in the front, a strip of paper could go around, and magnet. Well, I didn't do that, so I had to go to the drawing board, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put that same edge right here. Okay, see that mess at me? Okay, now I'm going to, how will I do this? I'm going to fold this down like this. Just about that much. Okay, and then I'm going to put, alright, I'm going to glue this. Okay, let me see. I'm going to cut this. First, I better cut this. Now, I want this to cut, about up here. And you see I'm guesstimating this stuff. I'm just guesstimating the best I can. And so I'm just going to guesstimate this to be right here. It's going to bring it to about the middle of this. And see, when you start making one, and you're making using different size envelopes, then your sizes are going to be so different. Okay, so now if this goes down here, that goes up there. What if I go ahead and put I'm going to go ahead and put a decorative edge on here too. Okay, wait a minute, let's see. Like that. I'm going to go ahead and cut that edge on there too. Now this is going to live here. So what I'm going to do, I probably didn't need to cut this edge, because I just thought of something else too. But I am going to, this is going to go like this. So I'm going to start out by gluing this piece right here. I'm going to glue this down here at the bottom, underneath all of those flaps. And I'm going to glue it right there. And I might have shouldn't have had to do that because I think I'm going to wind up covering that. Okay, now this goes up here. So now what I'm going to do is I have these over here in amongst this mess that somebody made. I don't know who comes in my house and makes this. Okay, I have these magnetic discs. These are made by Basic Gray. And these ones, yeah, these are made by the Basic Gray company. And these ones I got off of the Amazon people. So, what I do with this now is I take, okay, there's a minus and a plus on the backs that it'll show you that, minus and plus. And so you need one of each. So I'm going to take this plus one, and I'll pull that. Well, I pulled the backing off and it pulled the sticky off too. Okay, so I need to, oh no, the sticky's still on there a little bit, but, and I'm going to put that right there in that center of that. Then I'm going to take the minus one. Now see, if you don't do the, gosh, they just want to jump out of there. Now where'd that come from? Oh, this is the minus one. I'm going to put the minus one on top of that plus one. You know what? Just a minute. I forgot my little trick. Okay. Got that on there. Now my little trick then is to take a piece of this double-sided tape and just take a little piece of that, and I'm going to put that over the top of that so that won't move. Okay, now I stuck, okay, you can't see that. This, I put the magnet down on the paper, and then I covered it with a piece of that double-sided tape. Now I'm going to put this magnet right on top of it. Okay? And it'll attach it right there to where it's supposed to be. Maybe I should pull this piece of paper off of there first. That glue that is already on there, that glue isn't really much worth anything. I don't know. Maybe it's only on there just so to hold that paper so you know which is plus and minus. But, okay. So I am going to just stick that on there. Okay, now that's stuck on there very nicely. Now let me see if I have, see, no, okay, glue dots. I'm going to take this glue dot, these glue dots, mini glue dots, okay. I'm going to take those, one of those glue dots, and I'm going to put that on, see that? I just put that glue dot on that second magnet. Now I'll pull that adhesive off of that glue dot. There we go. Now I'm going to put that right up there like this and push and get that glue dot to stick that other magnet. Now that magnet there is stuck right where it belongs. And it's going to stay there forever and a day. Now, after you have those magnets down, then you will start, then you're able to start embellishing these pages on the pages on the waterfall, waterfall pages. Okay, there's some of these pages here that are that are just more plain. They're not real plain, but I think the plain ones are the ones that I'm going to actually use to mat those, waterfalls. Okay. Now, when I figure out who came and stole my ruler, somebody stole it. It was right here. I know y'all saw it. Oh, here it is. Now, my pages here are 5 inches by, my waterfall pages, are 5.5 by 4.25. Is that right? 4.5. 5.5 by 4.5. 5.5 by 4.5. Okay, so that is what I need to cut this to be, 5.5. So I'm going to cut myself some 5.5, right there, 5.5 inches by 4.5. 4.5, 4.5. This is 4.5 right here. 5.5 by 4.5. Okay. Okay, and then just dust all that stuff down on the floor. All right, now I'll let the sweeper get it. Now I'm going to. Oh, wait a minute. Did I? Oh man, you know what I just did? Goofed up. I just goofed up. I don't want it bigger. I'm going to go and have my name legally changed to Ima Dork. My first name is going to be Ima. My last name is going to be Dork. Because I didn't cut that to where I wanted it to be cut. Now, let's do this part over. If I knew how to edit, I could edit the dumb stuff out, but I don't know how. Now, this is 5. Okay, I'm only going to do 1/2. Pretend like you don't even listen. Pretend this is a silent movie and just put the mute on. And just watch the pictures. It's just a picture show. Okay, so now it's 5 inches across, so I want it to be 4 3/4. Okay, I'm going to only measure one side at a time. Because measuring 2 is not good for this woman. So I'm going to cut that to, did I say 4 3/4? 4 3/4. There. Now, so I didn't even have either one of them right. Not either one. Okay, and so now, this one is, maybe my ruler's just too long. Maybe I need a shorter ruler. Okay, it's 4.5, so I want it to be 4 1/4. 4 1/4 this way. Now, 4 1/4 this way. All right, now this is looking a little bit better. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez, the lights are coming on. Now, 4 1/4. I'm going to round, because the two the two corners at the bottom of this thing are rounded. So I'm going to round this with my corner chomper. We are memory keepers. Crocodile corner chomper. 1/4 inch. Now, yep, that's, man, I might not get it right away. I might not get it right away, but I'll get it right some time of the way. Now I'm going to go ahead and get some more of this glue. Oh, thank goodness this glue comes in a large bottle. Now I'm going to pull this tape cover off of there. And then I'm going to put this and center it in. And see, I have like an eighth of an inch to a quarter of an inch. It's a little bit more than an eighth and a little less than a quarter. That is, wait a minute, let me see something. Wait a minute, I gotta check something. Oh yeah, that's right. I had to make sure I had glue around there. There, see? Now that's the first one. Now each one of these I'm going to cover with a different pattern of paper. So each one will be different. And 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 I may make some of them, I might even do every other one with like a pad, like maybe 3 or 4 sheets, and make like a pad of paper. Maybe I'll do that on every other one. So there'll be a place for a photo. You can put a photo here, and then maybe here I'll put a pad of paper, maybe 3 or 4 sheets of paper, so there'll be plenty of place for her to journal. Okay, see now, when I flip this up, that is going to, the magnet holds that shut, and it'll hold that shut, like when you're turning the page, it stays there. And so, but to cover that up now, I'm going to, let me see, I think I'm going to make that one. You know what? How amazing is this? I'm going to, I don't know that I could make that I could cut that edging just the same. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to glue this piece because it's the same width because I cut it off of there. And the fold is right there. See, I eyeball a lot of things, you know. I'm an eyeballer. I like to people watch too. You know, you ever just go people watching, like go to the mall, get you a cinnamon bun from the Cinnabon store, and just sit there and watch people. It is entertaining, I'm telling you. Okay, so now I'm going to glue this. Do I want to round those edges? Yeah, maybe I do. With a 1/4 inch chomp. Give it a 1/4 inch chomp. Just, yeah, that gives it more of a, yeah, you know, makes it more like I'm looking, like I know what I'm doing, you know. I want people to think that I know what I'm doing, because mostly I don't know what I'm doing. Most of the time, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, now, sometimes I know what I'm doing, but it's rare. Oh, I got to pull this little piece of tape off of this. Not the tape, I'm not pulling the tape off. I'm just putting the tape cover, pulling the tape cover off. And put that on there, and put this on there, and that fold should go right where that other one is. Seems to be going. I didn't put glue down there just in case. And yeah, that just fits on there just fine. So then the inside isn't just white. Now the inside here, you know what I'll probably do is I'll probably get some, use my, like Tim Holtz or something, some ink, and oh, I wish I could talk and think at the same time. And then I will do something. Oh, just ink that so it's not stark white. All right, now, see what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to measure this. Oh, it's wrong end of the ruler. I'm wearing my numbers off of this ruler. You know what these Tim Holtz rulers cost? I'm wearing the numbers. I don't know why I'm wearing the numbers off. Okay, now I'm going to go down to that fold. Okay, so I am going to go, and I'm going to make, this is going to be 4, I want to go from there to there. I'm going to go 4 1/4, 4 1/4. Let me just use this same here paper. This here paper. I'm going to use this one. Oh, you know what? I might just go ahead and use this. No, because this right there would be upside down. Lord knows we don't want nothing upside down. How wide is this? Oh, that's not quite. No, okay, I'm going to not try and cheat. I don't know why I'd be cheating, but I'm going to cut this to 4 1/4, and I'll use this one. 4 1/4. I will show you this when I'm done with it, because when I'm done with it, I think you're going to think it's pretty awesome. Right now, you probably think, oh my God, that woman is an idiot. And sometimes I am, but not always. Now I want this one. Okay, see, so I want this one to be cut. I'm going to cut that one at 5 inches. And now, see, my measurements are going to be different than yours, because you know, like I told you in the beginning, it's going to depend on the size of your envelopes that you use over here. And then you're going to, oh, see how that fits? Now I'm going to, yeah, and you're going to be using whatever size envelopes you have. So you will be, where'd I put the con? Right here. It's right there. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. Okay, there it is. So when you are putting your own together, you know, your sizes will be different, because you're going to go by what size your envelopes are. Now, if you got questions about that, you just add them questions down there to the bottom, you know, down there, like they, you know, when they go like this and say, down there, down there, right down there, down there. There's a place you can put questions, and I can answer them questions perfectly. Just don't believe a word I say, because when I go well, anyway, I would try my best. I would think hard before. You know, some of the professionals, YouTubers, they have little notes and stuff with all their measurements on there, and they do it really nice, and they do a really good job, and I'm proud of them. And when I grow up, I want to be like that. Okay, so now there, that makes that look kind of finished. See there? Kind of finish. Like, kind of finished. I'm finished. Well, I'm half finished, actually, because my father was finished. Okay, no, my father was whole finished. He was completely finished. So I'm only half finished. And then, there you go. And see, the magnet still holds it together nicely. And now when I get all these pages covered, top and bottom, all of them, and then maybe I'll put something even in the middle, in the middles. But see how that does that, how pretty that is? And then, see, I might even, see, may even cut off some of these nice little cut things, these little cut apart things, and add them on here. Oh, I'll definitely put something right here. You know, all of these are too wide. But then I had that other page too, that had a whole bunch. Or maybe I would use one of these pictures. Oh yeah, because see, those pictures would fit. And what I'll do is I'll cut out a picture. And, oh man, you know, this one here, well, this one here, it's the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And that's one of the main things to look at in Italy. These pictures came from the 33 most visited places in Italy. And so, and I do have the names of each place, so I'm going to make like a little label too that goes on each photo, and to show what that photo is. Because these are here you go down this slide and you go right into the sea, right into the sea. You go here. I'd tell you what sea it was, but done forgot. And so I'll pretend like I didn't mean to tell you that. That it's the sea. It goes in the sea. Okay, and look at them mountains. Looking at this makes me want to go to Italy. And look at these buildings, how pretty the colors and the reflection in the water. In here, but anyway, okay. But that's, and so now I'm going to do the same thing, and I won't do them all today on this camera because you guys would die old age before I got done. And now, but I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And I'm going to mat all of the envelopes here. I'm going to mat all these envelopes with different papers. And I'm going to mat on both sides. Now, up this side of the envelope, that looks a little grungy. So I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do there, too. Because maybe I will put... I don't know what I'll do. I'll put something there on them sides. And these pockets are all going to be matted, and then I'm going to have tags in them. This here is going to have, see, this is a big pocket because it's the whole envelope size. And I want something in here that kind of looks like a file folder. In fact, I might make small file folders that will be just the right size to go in here, and have them for journaling or for putting photos. But the thing is, now when my friend goes to Italy, she is going to be able to journal, because like I say, I'm going to put the pages of the letter, you know, the tablet pages on here. And then she can also put things inside of this pocket, like receipts or anything, and she'll be able to put those inside of these pockets. And in here will be tags that she can write on, or and still add things to pockets. So she's going to, I think this is going to be nice. Like, see, and already I like that cover, but I do have to do something here on these edges, and I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. But when I figure that out, you're going to be the first to know. Now, ladies and gentlemen, ooh, my thing, this thing with 3 legs on it, I stick my camera on. Excuse me. Oh, I shouldn't have showed me. I'm looking a mess. I'm looking a mess. I'm trying to fix me and making me look worse. But anyhow, that's okay. That's what I look like. Oh, then I wanted to show you too. I forgot this part. Just a minute. I've made these little charm dangles. See, like this, different charm dangles? I'm gonna, well, maybe not that one there. I'm not sure yet which one. This one's kind of neat. What does this one have on it? This one is made with, ooh, it's got a skull on there and a snake, an owl and a key. Well, maybe I'll make a different one for her, but it can clip right onto the spine of the book. Well, I'm going to make something to where it'll clip better, but see, that'll hang down the back. Maybe that's too ugly, I don't know. But I have different ones too. Maybe this one's kind of nice because it's all, what's all in this one? Oh, that's got hearts and keys and more hearts. Oh, this one's got all kind of hearts. It's got a little lobster clasp on there. But see, I might, that kind of looks, because, you know, that kind of looks pretty, that one there. Because Italy does have a lot of water because it's sort of like an island. So it's got a lot of water. So this does look kind of waterish. Yeah. So that might, I may add something different up here to clip it. I'll show you when I'm done, you know. When I finish the whole shooting match, then I'll. Okay, excuse my clumsiness here, but see, this one's pretty too. This one's blue. Oh, I like this one. Maybe I like this one better. It's got a cat and another cat and an elephant. Oh, you know, and she loves cats. And there's, that one just says love. There's another cat, and this is a, I don't know, it's an animal of some kind. But anyhow, I like the color of those beads. They were pretty. Yeah. So anyhow, That's just a thought. That's just where I'm at right now. In the middle of a thought, in the middle of... I never get anything straight in my head, but that's okay because... That's okay because if I had everything straight in my head, I'd get all confused. Yeah, because that's how I are. Like a Kansas City star. Okay, now, that's all. No, I won't show you me. Aren't you glad you all is pretty? I'm funny looking. That's okay, I don't mind. All right, so anyhow, I want to say thank y'all for watching this. How long was it? Another hour. Man, I had you an hour the other day. Now I got you hour again. Okay, but anyway, that's it. I wanted to show you that what I got done there. So it's probably going to take me 6 hours to actually finish this thing because you know how I am. Just a little weird. Okay, so yeah. So thank you for watching. I love you. Love you guys a lot. And I love you when you push like and push make a comment, even if you just say, how's life? You know, that's a good comment. I do like that. Okay, so anyhow, love you guys, and and God bless you all. God bless every move you make, every step you take, and say howdy to your neighbors. Okay, love you, and I'll see you again real soon.